I've already shown you how to access and save library materials into the default material library. But to really harness the power of material libraries, you have to realize that there's more than one. This area here allows you to access multiple material libraries. Click File Open here within the browser to locate the other .mat files, or material libraries. For example, let's talk about masonry. I'll open this library, and there are tons of materials in here, representing lots of different real-world components. I'll drag one into the editor, and I can see how it's made. This particular material is of the architectural type. I'll open a different library, perhaps bricks. And this library only has 3 materials in it. You can create new material libraries, although that might not be obvious because there is not a new button here. Instead, what you should do is choose Save As, and then type a new name in here. I'll call this Project A, and save. Then I'll go ahead and delete these materials from the library. Now I can put materials in this library that I plan to use in Project A. For example, I can access a material here in the editor and put it into the active library. It appears over here in the Project A material library. I can also merge materials into this library from other libraries. For example, let's say I know that I want to use a kind of fabric in this project. I'll open the Fabric library and access the blue carpet material and bring it in here. In this way, you can build up a library of materials that you plan to use in your project. You can save it on disk by clicking this button, and then you can access it yourself, or you can access it in the future. Say when you're working on Project B, you can come back here and get all the materials that you used on Project A. If you save it on a server, then other people in your organization can share materials. In addition, there's another way you can get materials through this interface. Go to File Open and change Files of Type to .max or .drf for a visrender file, or .chr for a Character Studio file. This is Max only. Now I'll go to .max and access a scene file that I've saved in the past. Now I didn't bother to save different library files for most of these Max files, but nevertheless I can access the materials that are in these files. For example, maybe I'll choose Seating Group, open that, and I can see that there are 3 materials in that scene. Now I can bring one of these materials into my editor, where I can go ahead and use it in my scene. Or perhaps I want to put that into my Project A library for safekeeping. I can go back and reopen a material library in the Material Libraries folder, and there's Project A Material Library. I'll open that up, and I'll put this material, Sofa A, into the library. Now it's in there. Make sure you save it, and you'll be able to access it in the future.